Hello, beautiful people of the world. Welcome back to the Happy Idea Show. Here you can learn and flourish with the thoughts, ideas, and the story of the lifestyle legends. I'm your host, Happy Bains here, certified career and lifestyle coach, expert, and author. Now, this is the second episode, exclusive audio, which I'm going to share with you of my ebook, the book name called Pathway to a Positive Mental Attitude. The previous episode was called Going the Extra Mile. So this is the part two. Now, in part two, I'm going to share with you profound, simple, yet a strategy for daily living for pleasing personality. What pleasing personality is. In short, our pleasing personality is it a barrier or it is an asset? The moment we open our mouth, we are start selling something. But indirectly, even before even we open our mouth, we are still selling something. We know we live in the world where people judge us, the way we walk, talk, behave, and the way that we dress up and all. We've been judged every now and then, especially in professional setting too as well. So pleasing personality is a trait that we portray to ourselves and to the world. Do we wear a mask during the time we are in a society, or are we a real? So these are the layers which I share about the pleasing personality, how one can achieve massive results in his or her personal or professional life. So pleasing personality is one of my trade secret which I've revealed in my book and in this exclusive audio interview. I hope you will enjoy as I did, and many other thousands of people have enjoyed my ebook and book, and I hope you will be delighted with the same principle. If you wanted to buy or order my book, please go to my website happybains.com or happyideashow.com. I'm very delighted, and thanks once again that you have sacrificed your time. You must be doing something very valuable, but I assure you that you will get some really valuable, secretive, and brand new ideas, including your own and mine. You can combine and create your more powerful, insignificant, and permanent pleasing personality. Thank you. Sit back and relax and enjoy.
Welcome back. Today we have with us Napoleon Hill certified leader Happy Bains, and we're talking about principle number 5, which is pleasing personality. Happy, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much again, Mike. It's an honor and privilege to be here. Thanks a lot to all the audience and people out there. Thank you so much.
You know, I want to jump right into pleasing personality because I would like to get your feeling of what the true definition of pleasing personality is, because I feel like a lot of people think, oh, I've got a pleasing personality, but they really don't. So what is a pleasing personality, and why is it so relevant for us today?
Great. Before I just jump into the right answer, it's very important for me to come back with my childhood story, why it's important for me and why I think it's important for everybody. But not like my real story is when I was 4-year-old, my mom suicided and she passed away, and that was the biggest loss in my life. And I have stepmom, and then a very hardship life and all. I was homeless twice, sleeping on park benches and on railway station in Mumbai, India. But during even I was homeless, I was always dressed up sharp. I was not a victim that even I'm homeless. I kept maintaining. See, we always have choice to maintain and be in a pleasing way. A simple and most important thing. And even I'll say, even a beggar is begging for money. Why not he beg for a good dress and stay sharp and ask for a job? I mean, it's a common sense. He used so much of skills and knowledge in that. Why not to ask for the best thing? So pleasing personality, I'm not saying, it's very important. Since childhood, it's very important for me and people in my area and clients, they know me about my pleasing personality, that you are always dressed sharp, you're neat, clean, and doesn't matter any day of time. Whenever any occasion we see you, you are always dressed sharp, you're always in a pleasing way, always smiling, the name which you have it reflects in your personality, and you're friendly. And we all, deep down inside, we know we can do that. Now, coming back to the question is, most of the people who are highly educated or uneducated or poor, most of them, they have a lack of self-confidence. and they do not believe in their self, and they do not believe in their self-image, whatever the shape and size and the color they got it. And they tend to fake out and make it more even disliked by other people instead of pleasing personality. So we live in the age of time. We're constantly trying to do a lot of makeover and stuff, and we're trying to hide our inner qualities and the real me side, which it's somehow the other it's falls shattered out. The mask falls off. We need to understand the basic concept is pleasing personality doesn't come with a lot of money or a lot of education. No, it's right within us. We need to be a real people, and most of us we are. But sometimes we fail to understand our inner qualities and inner strength and believe on ourselves. So lack of confidence and do not believing in themselves is the most relevant thing today, that we need to believe in ourselves, whatever the shape, size, or color or language we are in, we can do our best and in any given time, in any country, in any place. And by staying sharp, by staying focused, and educating in the line of your field, and it's very important to obtain that principle and to obtain this very simple thing as a pleasing personality, I can say.
Do you feel that sometimes people allow the busyness of the day and the stress of the day to weigh them down, and that keeps that pleasing personality from coming forth?
Yeah, absolutely. And I can say that most of the people are living in a way of like a copy-paste lifestyle.
Sure.
So instead of creating or living a legacy lifestyle. And we just copying that if I dress like this or if I buy that car, then I'll have a pleasing personality and all. And most of them, which is good at some point to have icon and dream and vision and all, but it should not carry it away in a day-to-day lifestyle, in a rush of the time, because we've been bombarded with so many opportunities and job tasks and all. We tend to forget that it will come at a time. We need to just give one brick at a time, put one brick at a time each day, and there will be a monument and a big towering giant there. So I believe let's not get into the rush of the go thing, and give us a time to reflect. Yes. And do the inventory each day, that what makes me special that I can do to the world, how can I improve, how can I be best to my family, to my friends, and to the client. And there are always challenges. All day has been divided into 3 parts: 8 hours sleep, 8 hour work, and 8 hours for ourselves. So, I mean, we cannot create 25 hours in a day. That's the law. And yep. We can do, the moment when we get our 8 hour of work, I think we should put our head and heart inside and our mind to do the best what we can do. And coming back after the 8 hour, then in the beginning of career stage, if you're working 15, 12, 16, or 18 hours, which is good. But let's not get carried away. You have your own life, and you can always have a pleasing personality at any given time, that it will reflect your actual character rather than your fake mask you're showing yes. to the world. We are different people in media. We tend to show things what we are doing, which we are actually not doing. We are pretending. Yes. We have a different mask and personality in the public when we appear. We have a different personality when we are with friends and colleagues at workplace. We have a different personality when we come back home. We need to understand what exactly role I'm playing here, what makes me special, that I should be real me, that my quality, my skills and talent will be more appreciated than me, my physical appearance, than my talent. And people, if you go back in the time-to-time history, most successful people, they are not like a superhero or something, or sharp with six-packs and beauty and gorgeousness. They're simple people back there. So and then I can compare not with anyone else, like Mother Teresa, what pleasing personality she had. You see, it's a profound thing. She was not a supermodel. She was a supermodel in herself.
Yes.
And these kind of things we need to understand. We can appear in any given time with our character, our vocabulary, and the smile on our face is the biggest asset we have.
You mentioned confidence. And I feel like that is such a big piece of having that pleasing personality. Do you find that people that are not as confident need to take small baby steps toward their confidence and maybe even act like they're confident even if they don't feel like they're confident? And then that then comes, their pleasing personality is improved because their confidence, their body sees that they're standing up straighter, or that they are holding their head higher, and then that allows that confidence to grow and build.
Excellent. I'm glad you asked me. Confidence plays a big role. And even when I was homeless, sleeping on park benches, I was so confident. I can see that where exactly I'm heading towards the world and what I'm doing globally. So I was confident enough to see, visualize, and vision it. Goals are important, but most important thing has to have a vision. It's that keeps us on. And confident is, some people think we can borrow or buy from others or learn. Confidence is already inside us.
Yes.
To act enthusiastic, and you will be enthusiastic. Confidence is something that we need to develop. It's already inside us. We just need a little boost and push. And being confident for what you are, what you know, and what your language or country or culture is. Be confident about yourself. Don't try to pretend, change, or bring something additional mask on ourselves. Confident in the way you are with your family and friends. Confident in the way which you deal with your client. We, in the beginning stage or any stage of life, we will come with the challenges that we will not have the answers. But we need to stay confident and say, you know what, I don't know the answer, but I know several other ways to bring the answer. How about that? By not demotivating ourselves, by putting our self-esteem low, the confidence goes low too. People in a higher bracket, in a younger or in older areas, like you can say that, they are highly confident people. Confidence is something we need to practice, and I think one should adopt a role model in your life, that whoever he or she is, and always adopt the good things from the successful people. And a lot of successful people have bad habits too. Since childhood, I always adopted the good ones.
Yes.
So we need to adopt some role models, that how he or she is confident, what makes him or her confident. And the most important thing is we need to act, walk, talk, behave, and behave like that we are already a confident people. We don't have to wait in a distance to become successful. When I'll become a millionaire, then I'll be confident. When I'll become a mom, then I'll be confident. When I'll be a good student, then I'll be confident. When I have a good job, then I will perform better. Let's not wait for the time in the future, and then you create that image that I'll be confident once I'll obtain and achieve this. No, confidence is right here, each minute, each second, where you are, and it will come in your pleasing personality, and it will show to the person who you're dealing with, and they will follow you. Most confident people are the leaders. That's why the world follows the leaders, because they have confidence. Imagine any leader in the world have no confidence. How would you follow? How would I follow?
Yeah.
And that's why each individual is a leader, and they need to understand that the confidence is right inside within them. You just need to bring out. So the idea is to act, walk, talk, behave like you are already a confident person. You already have achieved your goals and vision. You have already have that what you want. Go back in the future, see, visualize your future, come in the present, and act the part that you are, the confident person.
Excellent. Hey, Happy, what do you feel are some misconceptions that people have about a pleasing personality and this building confidence?
Glad. Well, this is something I will say most of the people think that pleasing personality is the result of being rich or born rich in a rich family, or being very highly educated, or born in an educated family. Well, I think this is a myth. Pleasing personality doesn't only fall in that category or areas. The misconception is that a pleasing personality can be in any area, shape, and form. But let's not get carried away that only successful people or educated people have the only rights to have a pleasing personality, or most of them they have always.
Yep.
It's we need to create one. We need to create ourselves. We are the molder and shaper of our own life. We need to understand, and we need to use our golden mind between our ears, that to create the philosophy of our own principle of pleasing personality, but not carried away and misconception about the pleasing personality is only for the successful people or highly educated people or a country in a very successful country and all. So those are myths, and we need to bring that image will destroy our confidence and self-image, and we will never put us in a higher bracket of our life in a successful way.
And sometimes you see people that are living in the poorest neighborhoods with the least amount of money, and they are the happiest people you ever want to meet.
Yep, definitely. And I think I would like to share a story quickly. Once when I was very young and in olden days, my aunt they used to cook food while putting the woods inside. There was no stove or gas or something like that. So I asked. My aunt used to always tell me, "Oh, good little boy, they don't do this. The good little boy, they should not do. It's an adult's job. It's an adult's job." And once I said, when you start the fire to cook the food, you always usually put the small wood first, not the big log. She said, yes. I said, when a small wood can bring up the light to bring the fire to a big wood, the small person or small area people or in the surrounding area can bring a new light to the world too. It's not important only a bigger person can only bring a success or light. It's young people can bring a light to the world. Being a small wood can bring a biggest fire in the area of. So we should not consider ourselves wherever we are in a poor location or a higher location or in a successful country or the other way around. The idea is to see ourselves at your best throughout the time. And it's hard, I know that, but then that's what the habits comes in.
Yes.
Habit puts up in our bracket, yes.
Can you think of a time before you started really focusing on this principle in your life, maybe an example of when you started putting this into action and then some of the positive transformation you found in your life, either personally or professionally in your business life?
Yeah, well, as I said, by staying always sharp is the first most important thing at any given time. By staying sharp, friendly, helpful, and focused towards the major purpose of life. I mean, this principle has enhanced my self-worth in the marketplace, and especially positive changes in beloved ones' heart and mind. They see the effect and changes in that. I will say pleasing personality is being friendly, being justice, being a good sportsmanship, have a tolerance, should have a sincerity of purpose. And courtesy plays a big role. And courtesy and smiling, being tactful, being patient, proper dress. We appear in the world today where what we dress, we live in the world people usually underestimate and they have a judgmental personalities. So I'm not saying all people are judgmental and they assume things and all, but most of us, the minute we walk in any room, people judge us from our dresses before even we open our mouth. So it's very important. We need to understand what occasion I'm going, where I'm going outside, and what I'm doing there. Or you cannot buy expensive suits and all, but there is always a good shirt and a pant or in a dress can be ironed in a sharp way. So staying sharp is the most important thing. When I was homeless, but I was still sharp. I never feel a victim that I'm homeless, and that got me in a higher position too. So it's very important throughout the day when, as I said, when we get the 8-hour sleep and 8-hour work, the 8-hour work, we need to focus what kind of work, industry or field I am, what it demands to be, what to wear, and what my pleasing personality will be more effective in that time. So staying focused, alert, sharp, helpful, and serving others in a positive way. This is the inner pleasing personality. We cannot buy all these things from outside. It's all within us. We just need to portray and keep our talents on the table and let the world choose and pick, and they will reward us for what we want.
Yes. You know, I was just thinking. Go ahead.
Go ahead, please. No, that's what in my personal and business life I've been doing my best in all these qualities. The inner quality I have portrayed, combining with my specified knowledge and all. And the world has rewarded me so much, and I'm very thankful to the world. I would be nothing what world has given me. The whole credit goes to the world and universe. And I could not say this is me. And they have done the best. And I've got reward because of proudly I can say, of my pleasing personality, which I maintain each day, each second.
Yes, you need to stay aware of that each day and each second. I love that. So Happy, can you think of an example of how you've worked with a client who maybe have overcome some obstacles, and then when they implemented pleasing personality over time, started to see some positive change?
Yes, I have many students, young students, especially I coach and do workshops and seminars for young people especially. And one of my students was very depressed and stressed and have a lot of anxiety and low self-esteem. And I coached him, and I tell, like, there are three most important things if you do before you get into the other areas. You will get a massive result in your life. And it's quite a few years ago, and I strongly remember I told him to always get a good grades in school, doesn't matter. And the first most important thing is to get a good grades. And second most important thing is, this message is actually for all young people too, and I'm sharing the real story, that the client, the student of mine, and I said the second most important thing is get a good job and stay in a vocation. And third is the marriage. Now, a lot of time what happens is we drop out from school and get any job as in a construction or a food court, which is okay at the 17 and 18 or 15, but it's not in your mid-20s and 30s. So getting good grades and good education is the most important thing I told him, and stay in the vocation. Find out the job which you love or the vocation you wanted to do. And third is the marriage. When you'll have a sizable paycheck, and then you can get into that system. It takes only 2 minutes to get marriage on paper, and which is a very good thing. And but to deal with that and to take a responsibility of parenthood and a marriage is the very hardest thing, and that's why most of the divorces happen. So let's not get hurried into getting into marriage, especially being young being, and we get infatuation. It's a part of normal life. It's good, but first I told him to get a good grades, be a good student, get a job and a vocation which you like to be, and continue educating yourself, and then the marriage part. And I think that's the most successful people. If we monitor and see, these are the good three best habits they have been doing since childhood. And one of my clients that same person has received massive results, and he's not even 25-year-old, and he's very successful at his age, and he has reaped the reward of the initiative and action which he took on my principle and the suggestion which I gave. And these suggestions can be taken away from anywhere. We just need to put it in order and just follow the good habits. Yeah. So the ideas are all in the air. We need to pick and choose which serves our purpose. And the world will reward us. And in the personal way and in business way, a lot of other people have got really help. And I tell them at any given chance, do your best and stay out of drugs and gang lifestyle and all. See, the easiest is to get in the prey when we don't have anything. The fastest thing, we can within a minute, we can get into this bad habits into alcohol, prostitution, and drugs and gang lifestyle. But it is very hard to stay in a persistent way to obtain the results in a hard way, and all. And I strongly believe, because I have seen since childhood, I had many choices to go into the gangster lifestyle, into drugs, but I choose not to. And I stick to my principles and discipline to get educated first in the line of my field, to get the best job and do the business which I love to do. And then third thing goes on and on.
Yes.
So a lot of clients, young students, have got the best results from my coaching, which I give them a step-by-step plan, a blueprint, which they follow, and they give massive results within the first year.
So what do you feel the step-by-step plan would be for someone to start implementing this principle of pleasing personality?
First and forever, remove the facts from the fiction. Remove the facts from the opinion. Because everybody have opinion, and then we need to take a little time to listen. Even somebody is listening this, at the end of the time, they need to remove the facts for what exactly I said. Does it make sense or not? So it's very important in a starting point. We need to gather the facts. Having a definite major purpose is the starting point of all individual achievements, and especially young people, and they don't have a major purpose in life. That's why they drift. And most of the people are drifting in their old age too, but not having a major purpose. A step-by-step plan is to identify a major purpose of life. If you don't know what you exactly want to become in your life, but it's okay what you want to do this year, or this 6 month or this month, and take a baby step from there. But sticking to your major purpose and burning desire towards your job or your business or your career will create a burning desire for other habits too as well. So having a major purpose is very important, and it's part of pleasing personality. And the persons have a pleasing personality if he or she knows within a minute that what you wanted to do and become, especially, and it's a sign of a pleasing personality. And they should also understand that it's not important what are you getting at your job. It's very important what are you becoming at your job. And it's also important not to ask in the relationship what I'm getting from my relationship. It is very important to understand what I'm becoming in my relationship. And these pleasing personality traits should be applied in a personal and a professional way. And it's not about the moment we get in the syndrome of getting what I want, what I will get. Trust me that those are not the sign of a pleasing personality. It's always to offer our best to our beloved one, what my beloved can get best out of my way of doing things or my client. And the world will shower us. And these are the simple pleasing personality trait I think one should adopt and bring friendly. And once we have a definite major purpose, a step-by-step plan, as I said, the moment we have a definite major purpose, we are so alert, we are so focused towards that, and we don't focus on the cannot do part. We only focus on the can do part. Yes. And these are the step-by-step things that we need to understand. Having a major purpose in life is the very most important thing. If we don't know what exactly we want to become, it's okay. Then just stick to 1 year plan, what I want to do this year, even in education. But planning little in ahead, once we know our definite major purpose, it will lead to all the massive success. The early we start, the early we know that we know what we want to become rather than what we want, it will lead us to a massive success in early stage, especially for young people. And it's not really important once you get graduated, you do your master's degree and PhD at the age of 28, and then you start doing internship and all. By the time you're 30, and people are judging you about your education. We should be knowing at the age of 10 what do you want to become, and start doing. The good news is that how far we live from our public library. Instead of all the cafes are full with the free internet, people rush there rather than they to be rushing to the public library where the free books are, and to empower themselves. Once we know the step-by-step plan is what we want to do, we need to start reading at least one book in a week, and it will be 52 books in a year. Multiply by 5, 260 books in 5 years. A student who is in a grade 10, he start reading or she start reading one book in a week on his or her line of a field, what he or she wanted to become. By the time in the 5 year, he or she will be an international expert in this line of field by the time he reaches to graduation.
Yes.
He or she will write her own ticket. And the good news is that all the books are free in the library, but we don't want to take initiative. So these are the
steps.
signs. Yeah, and another small step I would recommend that write down ideas, the 10 best ideas in a day. How can I improve my service or towards my goal or vision? And one best idea can change our life. If we don't write ideas on the weekends, okay, 50 ideas a week. That can be thousands of ideas in a year, and one idea can change our life. And the second most important step is also whenever we get difficulties or problems, first of all, problem should be not a word in any people's life. Problem is something, it demotivates and put our low self-esteem. Problem is like a challenge. See, the polio was a problem for the people, but it was a project for the doctors who got the cure. So problem, whenever we get problem, we need to sit down on a clean sheet of paper on the left-hand side. We need to write down, describe the problem in detail as much we can. I'm willing to bet most of the people would have never defined their problem on paper, and that's why they get stressed out. So define your problem on paper. Write down in detail. What if this happened, then this will happen. If this will happen, then this will. Go to the depth of the problem where the scare, the root of the fear is gone. And on the right-hand side, then you can write what I can do my best. I think solving the problem and challenges in this way will lead us to the higher bracket of successful people where they are. They are not only successful because what they are genius. They are doing the things where failure people, they didn't do it. It's very simple.
Well, Happy, thank you so much for all of your insights on pleasing personality. What's the best way people can reach out and connect with you?
Thank you so much, lovely listeners. I'm so delighted and honored once again to just say that you have listened my this second part of my exclusive audio of my book, Pathway to a Positive Mental Attitude, and the principle is pleasing personality. Now, you already have a pleasing personality, otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to the self help, lifestyle, and happiness podcast. So, I want to say congratulations for being an excellent top 5% people in the world who try to acquire knowledge by learning from other successful people and share their own ideas as well. As you know that your pleasing personality is your greatest asset or liability. It embraces everything you control, including your mind, body, and soul. And I am so sure that you have been using all your pleasing personality trait to impress, improve, and advance in your personal and professional life. But according to my over 3 decades of my experience, that since childhood, I have acquired some tremendous amount of knowledge, wisdom, or even a simplest way you can say the information about how people use their pleasing personality in order to acquire success in personal and professional life. They're the key areas I would like to share. In there must be 200, 2,000, or 2 million ways, but in my life I have learned a principle: 28 secrets of pleasing personality that can enhance your leadership role in your personal and professional life. So this 28 secrets of pleasing personality are very simple, but if you are already following, you may check with yourself. I'm going to talk about this 28 secret principles of pleasing personality. If you are lacking or you want to improve, you can do on your own. And after this, I will be so delighted that you have taken your time to listen to my show. So here are your golden nuggets for your mental chewing diet, the 28 secrets of pleasing personality, or you can have as a leadership secrets. So number one of pleasing personality is having a purposeful lifestyle. Now, lot many people in Western and Eastern have a different purpose of having a purpose in lifestyle, goals, objective, mission, and all. Sometimes as a young adult, we do drift, but we don't know our life purpose is, what career we wanted to go in, what business or occupation we want to start in. It's very normal. But I suggest the sooner the better you understand your purpose or passion and you want to use that lifestyle, this will be remarkably so powerful for you to find and acquire or advance your lifestyle. Purposeful lifestyle. Number two, pleasing personality is perfect health and mind. If we do not have perfect health, I believe that you would be not listening to this podcast also. Imagine if you have a headache or pain or something else. We are not even delighted to listen something because you're in a perfect health. That's why you are listening. You are in a perfect mind, state of mind. That's why you are understanding and using this principle after even this podcast. Now, forever. Also, you will teach. Number three is powerful faith. You have faith in yourself, otherwise, the doubt would be tugging in your mind that you will be not believing in me, my powerful secret, your own powerful secret, or someone else in written in my book and someone else's book. Faith in reverse gear is doubt, and doubt is the best friend of what? Fear. Number four, pleasing personality is mastermind alliance. Do you believe in mastermind alliance with your own mind? Do you believe in your mastermind alliance with your spouses, your best friend, your community, your nature, your mother nature, or even your nation or the world? Mastermind alliance in your personal relationship, you must be having someone who you can rely on, you can share your good thoughts, and someone who can inspire and encourage you. It can be in your professional life or personal life. Number five, sorry, is extra mile, which I already talked about in my previous audio, that about going the extra mile. And I can elaborate. I have written and created my own course also, which I will share with you, that you can go to my website and look into that, happybains.com. But I will go through quickly these titles of the pleasing personality. Is next one is on the list is positive mental attitude. The way we react towards the world determines our success in personal and professional life. Next on the list on pleasing personality is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. I believe this word has come from Greek enthus. In means in, believe in God or universe, enthus. And on the next list is self-discipline. I can 100% confidently tell you that self-discipline in 2 and 3 areas are vitally important. Self-discipline over our tongue and our words and our tone. If we have self-discipline in this area, we can win anything we want in our life. Next on a pleasing personality is accurate thinking. If we are accurate thinker, then we can achieve our personal and professional goal easily. The next one is control attention. Then street smartness. We have to live in the fast moving world of AI and all these things. How we can become smart, as we are already smart, but we need to be have a little more smarter to go with the trend. But I'm not saying just leave everything, your family and friends, and then just go into the go, go, go world. But when we are in a professional world, we have to act, walk, and talk in a smart way. Next one in the pleasing personality is team worker. And next is learning from the adversity and defeat. Also, on the pleasing personality list I have mentioned is creative vision and thinker. Then also next there is budgeting time your money, courtesy, sincerity, sportsmanship, tactfulness, patience, winner's dress code. The way we wear a dress, we are been addressed by as a dignified person or the opposite. Then next is flexibility, control of temper and emotions, the smart communicator, a sense of humor and humanity, habits and believer. And the last but not least is personal initiative. Personal initiative is the backbone of all individual achievements. Personal initiative means what? If you would have not taken personal initiative to listen to my this ebook or this podcast, you wouldn't have not reached here. So I want to say personally, thank you so much for taking personal initiative. As I said, it's a dynamo of the personal achievements. Without personal initiative, we cannot move ahead in our life, in personal and professional life. We can learn, we can listen hundreds and thousands of books, lecture, go to college, school, do PhD, go from one corporate to another one. We can listen and watch everything, but what? If we do not take action, nothing happens. I believe you are way smarter than enough to understand without action, it's just bubble in the air and it doesn't last long. So my dear lovely audience, I want to say thanks so much. I hope you really enjoyed this. If you have any concern, questions to elaborate more about the pleasing personality, I'm happy to answer your question. You know how to reach me. And sincerely, in the last, I want to say you have greatness in you. Be excellent to each other whenever it's possible. Stay healthy and happy wherever you are. Until the next episode, this is Happy Bains here. And thank you so much. You can reach me at happybains.com or happyideashow.com. See you soon. To be happy, act happily. To be happy, act happily. Thank you.